Hello viewer, welcome to UN Digital Class. In today's lecture, I am going to discuss about planning. Before going to the planning, first of all we have to know about what is the requirement of planning in artificial intelligence. In artificial intelligence, the main aim is to design an agent which behave like human being and which act like human being. That means when a human being wants to do some tasks, first of all the human being plan for performing these tasks. After that it execute the plan and perform the tasks. That is the human being approach. In similar way, we want to implement this planning in our artificial intelligence. So that in our artificial intelligence, when an agent perform a task, first of all it plan for this task, after that it execute the plan. That is the main aim of our artificial intelligence planning. Now go to the planning. The planning in artificial intelligence is about the decision making tasks performed by the robots or computer programs to achieve a specific goal. That means in artificial intelligence planning is nothing but it is a decision making task and that performed by the robot or computer program to achieve the goal. Next, the execution of planning is about choosing a sequence of action with a high likelihood to complete the specific task. That means when we plan for performing a task, then next step is the execution of that plan. And the execution of the planning is nothing but it is a sequence of action to achieve that goal. Next, we consider classical environment that are fully observable, deterministic, finite, static and discrete. Now take one example of planning. In this example, consider the tasks. These are get milk, banana and a cordless drill. To performing these tasks, if you use the standard search, then it fails miserably because of the huge branching factor. But when we use planning for performing all these tasks, then we can easily perform these tasks. Now look at the figure. In this figure, our task is to get milk, banana and a cordless drill. Before getting all these things, the agent first plan how to get all these things. Then it starts and go to the supermarket, then buy milk, cordless drill and banana. After that, the execution of all these tasks finish and the agent achieve the goal. Next, block world planning problem. Here, the block world problem is known as Sussman anomaly because non-interleaved planners of the early 1970s were unable to solve this problem. Hence, it is considered as anomalous. When two sub-goals G1 and G2 are given, a non-interleaved planner produces either a plan for G1 connected with a plan for G2 or vice versa. Which means, suppose here you have two sub-goals, one is the G1, another one is the G2 and you have to achieve all these goals. That means before achieving these sub-goals, you have to first plan to achieve these sub-goals. In planning, you may make plan to achieve the goal 1 that is G1 first, then to achieve the next goal that is G2. Otherwise, you may plan to achieve the goal G2, after that you get the goal G1. Next, in blocks world problem, 3 blocks labeled as A, B, C are allowed to rest on the flat surface. The given condition is that only one block can be moved at a time to achieve the goal. Now, look at the figure. In this figure, the initial state is given and the goal state is given. And here, we have to use the initial state and use the conditions to achieve the goal state. Before achieving the goal state, first of all, we have to plan how to achieve the goal by using the initial state and the condition. That is nothing but that is called the planning. After performing the planning, you have to execute that plan and achieve the goal state. Next, components of planning system. In components of planning system, choose the best rule for applying the next rule based on the best available heuristic. That means here you have to first choose the best rule which you want to apply to achieve the goal. Then next, after choosing the best rule, you have to apply that rule for computing the new problem state. After applying the rule, then detect when a solution has been found. After that, detect dead ends so that they can be abandoned and the system's effort is directed in more fruitful direction. Which means here you first choose the best rule which you want to apply and achieve the goal. Then you apply that rule, and after applying this rule you check whether you achieve the goal or not. When you achieve the goal, then you stop there, otherwise you choose another best rule and apply that rule. Next, goal stack planning. This is one of the most important planning algorithm which is specifically used by strips. In this lecture, I will discuss about the strips in details. Next, the stack is used in an algorithm to hold the action and satisfy the goal. That means in goal stack planning, here we use a stack and the stack always holds the action and satisfies the goal. Again, here a knowledge base is used to hold the current state and the action. The goal stack is similar to a node in a search tree where the branches are created if there is a choice of an action. That means this goal stack problem is similar to our searching problem, because in your searching problem there is a initial node and goal node. From the initial node we have to achieve the goal node, and here in goal stack problem, here we have also one initial state, another goal state, and here the main thing is the stack which always contains the state and the action. Next, planning versus problem solving. Here the planning agent is very similar to our problem solving agent, because the construction, plan to achieve the goal and then the execution are very similar in our planning agent and problem solving agent. Next, planning agent is different from problem solving agent because representation of goals, states and actions are different in planning agent and problem solving agent. Next, use of explicit and logical representations in our planning agent, which is not in our problem solving agent. Next one is the way it searches for solution. That means in planning agent, here we have to first plan for achieving the goal, then execute the plan and achieve the goal. But in case our problem solving agent, here the agent takes the initial state and try all possible conditions, then achieve the goal. That is the main difference between the planning agent and the problem solving agent. Next, planning system do the followings. That means here the planning system first divide and conquer, which means the planning system divides the problem and then execute the plan. Next, relax requirements for sequential construction of solutions, which means in planning agent, the agent first plans to achieve the goal, which means here it may divide the goal into different sub-goals. After that, it tries to achieve the sub-goals first before achieving the goal. In this way, the planning agent achieves the sub-goals and reaches the goal. Now look at here. Here the problem solving agent and the planning agent, states, actions and goals and plans are given. In problem solving agent, states are data structure and planning agent, states are logical sentence. And actions in problem solving agent is nothing but that is code, and in planning agent that is the preconditions and outcomes, and the goal in problem solving agent that is code. But in planning agent the goal is logical sentence. Next, plan. In problem solving agent, plan is nothing but that is a sequence from S0, that is the initial state. But in planning, the plan is constraints on actions. Next, strips. Here strips is the Stanford Research Institute problem solver, and it is a restrictive way to express state, action and goals but leads to more efficiency. Now look at the states, how it can be represented in our strip. Here states are the conjunction of ground, free function and positive literals such as at home, conjunction, have banana, and these states always use the closed world assumption. Now look at the goals. Here in strips the goals are nothing but that is the conjunctions of literals may contain variables, hence goal may represent more than one state, which means in strip we represent the goal that is the conjunctions of literals, and it also contains the variables, so that here the goals can be represented more than one state. Now look at the example, that is at home, conjunction, negation of have banana, and another example is at x, conjunction, sells x banana. In first example there is no variable, there is only literals, but in second example there is a variable that is x, which means in strip the goal can be represented by using the literals or by using the variable. Next, actions. Here actions are nothing but these are the preconditions that must hold before execution and the effect after execution. That means here actions are the preconditions which are executed and it affects after execution. Next, strips action schema. Now look at the action schema. Here the strip action schema includes action name and parameter list, that is the variables, and the precondition, that is a conjunction of function free positive literals, and any variables in it must also appear in parameter list. That means in strip we represent the action name and the parameter list. Here precondition is a conjunction of function free positive literals, and it also contains the variables that appear in your parameter list. Next is the effect. Here effect is nothing but a conjunction of function free literals that may be positive or negative literals. And here the add list always contains the positive literals and the delete list always contains the negative literals. Now look at the example. In this example the action is buy x, and here x is a variable, which means in our action we can also take the variables as the parameter list. Here the parameter of buy is x and where x is a variable. Now look at the precondition. In precondition, that is at p sells px. Now look at the effect. In effect, that is have x. That means here it contains the variable x as the parameter. This is the schema of our strip. Next, planning with state space search. Now look at the planning algorithm. The most forward approach is to use state space search. Here two different types of state space search. First one is the forward state space search, that is the progression, and second one is the backward state space search, that is the regression. Now look at the problem formulation for progression. In problem formulation, first we take the initial state, and here the initial state of the planning problem. That means the initial state contains the initial state of our planning problem. Next one is the actions. Applicable to the current state, actions preconditions are satisfied. That means here the action contains that is nothing but the preconditions, and here the preconditions are applied to our current state, that is called the action. Next, goal test. Here we check the goal. That means whether a state satisfies the goal of the planning or not. That is called the goal test. Next, step cost. Here each action cost is 1. This is the problem formulation for progression, which means in progression when we formulate our problem, first of all we have to take the initial state of our planning, then we check the preconditions on the current state, that is called the action. After that we test the goal. That means when we take a state, we check whether this state is your goal state or not. Last one is the step cost, that is here each action cost is 1. Now look at the progression. In progression, a plan is a sequence of step operators, and in progression it starts search from the initial state, then select operators whose preconditions can be unified with little r's in the state. That means in progression it always takes the initial state or start state and it checks the preconditions to achieve the goal state. Next, new state includes positive literals of effect and the negative literals of effect are deleted, which means in progression here the new state always contains the positive literals. That means the positive literals are added to our new state and the negative literals are deleted. Next, search forward until goal unifies with resulting state. That means in progression we always start search from the initial node and search in forward direction until achieve the goal. Now look at the regression. In regression, a plan is a sequence of step operators, and here the goal state must unify with at least one of the positive literals in the operator effect. That means in regression we always start from the goal node, and here the goal takes the positive literals. Its preconditions must hold in the previous situation, and these become sub-goals which might be satisfied by initial condition. Which means in regression, first we start search from the goal node. Then we check the preconditions, and here the preconditions are nothing but these are the sub-goals. And these sub-goals may satisfy the initial state. That means here we start the search from the goal node, then we check the preconditions and achieve the initial node. Next, regression perform backward chaining from goal node. That means here the regression always follows the backward chaining to search from the goal node to the initial node. Again, this is just state space search using strip operators, which means the regression always use the search by using the strips operator. This is all about the planning in artificial intelligence. If you have any doubt regarding this planning, then you can write me in comment. I will reply you and discuss about your doubt. Thank you for watching.